Welcome to Jets Overtime. Our scheduled release show is presented by JetBlue. Eric Allen here at One Jets Drive with my partner, Quincy Anunwa, and we're now joined by the one, the only, Leger Douzable. Deuce, the Jets are going to be primetime performers this season. 6 in all if you include that Black Friday matchup against the Miami Dolphins. Your thoughts?
Well, that's what happens when you have Aaron, the 4-time MVP of the league, coming to your team, right? It's about respect, right? They have the respect for Aaron Rodgers. And one thing the NFL truly enjoys, EA, is they love drama. They love matchups, more specifically quarterback matchups. And you already talked about the Black Friday game. You got Aaron Rodgers versus Tua Tagovailoa. They play another primetime game versus the Kansas City Chiefs, so you get to see Aaron Rodgers and Mahomes finally play each other. The two have met before, but the first time Mahomes was hurt, second time Aaron Rodgers had COVID. So hopefully we finally get to see this battle between, to me, the most talented quarterback I've ever played against versus now the greatest or most talented quarterback the league has seen in recent memory in Patrick Mahomes. Then you talked about week 1, Josh Allen versus Aaron Rodgers. So Justin Herbert versus Aaron Rodgers. So again, it's all about matchups. The NFL, they pride themselves on making matchups, more specifically quarterback matchups.
Quincy, New York, a city so great, they named it twice. Now, with that being said, the Jets are a national brand this year. Nobody can argue that.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you definitely cannot argue whether or not the Jets are a national brand because they have so many primetime games. 6 primetime games. I don't know if I've ever seen that from a Jets team before. You got Aaron Rodgers, like Leger said, Aaron at the helm. They want to see how much this guy can do on this team with this much talent on the defensive end and the offensive end. So it's going to be an exciting year for this team.
Dudes, you were talking about all those primetime matchups, and you gave us some good insight as far as what the Jets are looking at there. But as far as that 30,000-foot view of the schedule, when you saw it came out, what were your immediate thoughts?
Well, first, the Jets kind of have a gauntlet, right? Early in the season, the first 6 games is going to be kind of real, right? They have the Bills, they have the Kansas City Chiefs, they have the Philadelphia Eagles. So some really good opponents in that first 6 games. So if the Jets can come out strong and, finish those first 6 games 4-2 or 3-3, it puts them in a really good position to make a stretch run and get into the playoffs. So if you look at it, I believe the Bills are favored this early, right? You said 30,000-foot view. We're so far away from kickoff. But I don't see the Jets being underdogs in many of these games coming up this season, right? As you look at it, when you talk about having a top 5 defense with most of the pieces coming back, you talk about a 4-time MVP at quarterback who's very, very familiar with this Nathaniel Hackett offense. I mean, the Jets should be favored in a lot of these games, and expectations are going to be out there for the New York Jets. Now it's all about the team going out there, performing at a high level, and meeting those expectations.
All right, for more on that 4-time NFL MVP, let's bring in Caroline Hendershot, Ethan Greenberg, because they're not only going to talk about Rodgers, but who the Jets are facing on the other side of the football.
Yeah, EA. Well, the new kid on the block, Aaron Rodgers, is going to be facing a lot of good quarterbacks this season. But let's start first, Ethan, with week 1. The Jets are opening up with none other than Josh Allen.
Yeah, right out of the gates here, great quarterback matchup. Aaron Rodgers, 2-2 against the Bills in his career, 1-1 against Josh Allen specifically. The Bills had the number 2 scoring offense in the NFL last year, 28.4 points per game, but the Jets had the number 4 scoring defense. They actually held Buffalo to 37 points in 2 games. That's 18.5 points per game. Josh Allen, as you can see, struggled against the Jets last year compared to how he performed against the rest of the NFL. 64.4 rating, that's the lowest against any opponent from last season.
It is crazy that the Jets defense was able to do that to Josh Allen. So obviously the Jets will see the Bills again in week 11, but next quarterback that they'll be facing that's going to be a pretty tough challenge is none other than Patrick Mahomes and the reigning Super Bowl champions, the Kansas City Chiefs.
This is going to be awesome because it could be the first ever Aaron Rodgers, Patrick Mahomes head-to-head meeting. Kansas City, Super Bowl champs, number 1 scoring offense in the NFL last season, but Rodgers' stats in 3 games against the Chiefs, pretty good. 2-1 record, 9 touchdowns, and we've thrown the same amount of interceptions against the Chiefs than Aaron Rodgers has. 0. Goose egg.
Another Super Bowl quarterback from last season will be coming to MetLife. That's in week 6. Jalen Hurts and the Eagles. Now, he's just a monster. What's going to happen with him?
Well, the Eagles are the only team the Jets have not beaten in franchise history in the regular season. Good news for the Jets, Aaron Rodgers has done that. He's 4-3 against the Birds, 14 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, but Jalen Hurts just got paid this offseason, 5-0 against the AFC last year.
Now, that's not all of the notable quarterbacks that the Jets will be facing. There's plenty of others. Now, take a look at this list. Who stands out to you, Ethan?
Well, Justin Herbert, obviously, Dak Prescott. Like, the top of this list is pretty star-studded. I'm looking at Tua Tagovailoa because the Jets played the Dolphins twice last year. They split the series, but the Jets did not play Tua in either game.
Right, they saw a lot of Skylar Thompson. So, Jets fans, we're just going to have to wait and see what the 2023 season holds for the green and white. Okay, the 2023 Jets schedule is here. From now until Monday, May 15th at 9:59 a.m., Visa card holders get early access to purchase single home game tickets before they go on sale at nyjets.com/tickets. Terms apply. Coming up, Captain CJ Mosley will be joining the show to give us his thoughts on the 2023 schedule.
JetBlue, the official airline of the New York Jets.
We're now joined by Jets Pro Bowl linebacker CJ Mosley. CJ, let's start right here. What's the vibe at One Jets Drive with so many exciting things taking place here this offseason, starting with the acquisition of a future Hall of Fame quarterback in Aaron Rodgers?
To keep the answer short, I would say that everybody has a pep in their step. We understand, with Aaron coming here, what we're trying to do, what Coach Saleh and company has brought to the table with the players that we brought in, that we drafted, that we're trying to accomplish something. As we say, we're trying to break through that wall. So, man, it's a lot of high expectation this year, obviously, but really, when we're in the building, we really just focusing on how we can get better, take that next step.
Yeah, CJ, I know a lot of times when you going into a season, you don't really care about who the matchup is. Whoever's in front of you is who you're focused on. But when you have the NFC champion and the AFC champion from last year, do you look forward to those matchups and see how you are? Yeah,
for sure. They're going to be real tests for us during the season. Like we always say, there's no test without a testimony. So as you can see, the first game Monday night, we opened up against our division rival. So the bar is set high, and it's gonna be a chance for us to come out there first game of the season. Really put some on the television. So we're trying to really just really focus on what we can control right now.
I know always when I looked at the schedule, the first thing I looked at was see how many primetime games we got, because I feel like there's always a little extra juice when you have some primetime games. The Jets have 6. Are there any games specifically that you looked at, because I think you're from Georgia, right, if I'm not mistaken?
Alabama.
Any game you looked at, Alabama, Close. That's what it is, Alabama. Any game you looked at specifically on the schedule and was like, yeah, man, we play this Monday night. I know you start the season with a Monday night game, so there's going to be a lot of juice behind that.
You talk about the Eagles. That's a great team to be able to go against. We always went against them. I think since I've been here every preseason, so we kind of got a feel for each other. We hosted a camp with them maybe 2 years back, a year ago. So we kind of got a little feisty in camp. So it's gonna be some some hostility on the field, but that's the kind of competition you look for.
CJ, thanks so much for your time tonight. Get some rest, because you and the New York Jets have a lot of late nights ahead of you.
Yeah, we're ready for it. Turn on the lights.
Coming up, we'll have Quincy Enunwa and Leger Douzable give their predictions on the Jets' 2023 schedule.
One of the more important teams this offseason, right? There's nothing more important than the quarterback. They're going to be one of the most talked about teams in the NFL.
If that man comes to New York City, it don't get much bigger than that.
Let's roll. Let's roll.
The Jets should seize the moment.
My own little Hard Knocks. I loved it. I'd do it again, for sure. Flight 23.
We have taken another step in that process by adding a general manager that has an established winning culture.
Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Joe Douglas.
This one feels different than other Jets hires, and I think Robert Saleh is the perfect fit to be the coach of Gang Green.
It will take time, but everything we do is going to be designed to win championships in the future.
What is going on between the Jets and Rodgers?
Going to make their pitch to Aaron Rodgers.
Is Aaron's going to the Jets?
The amount of games that I've been in person where Aaron Rodgers has torn the heart out of an opposing fan base. This guy is one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time, and he's still got it.
Toughness and intelligence is so important. Elite explosiveness.
Because he's ridiculously good. This guy just said couldn't go play.
Where's this guy going to be playing football next year? Will it be?
I made it clear that my intention was to play, and my intention was to play for the New York Jets.
Challenge in 2023 is to finish the wall. Finish the wall. Now, how do we finish the wall?
Finishing starts the second you wake up in the morning and how you do everything.
Oh, Laura, we have breaking news right now. Breaking news, a historic trade.
Watch out, everybody. Here come the Jets. Here come the Jets.
So you're going to look right into this lens, say Aaron Rodgers, flight 23, and then clock.
Oh, nice. Aaron Rodgers, flight 23.
Flight 23 Ascension, that's next week. I can't wait to go behind the scenes for the Jets in this historic offseason. Let's bring in the whole gang right now. Quincy Enunwa, Leger Douzable, Caroline Hendershot, and Ethan Greenberg. I'm going to put 2 minutes on the clock. Are you all ready for some hot takes? And you got to be quick. Dudes, the Jets are underdogs in week 1 against the Bills. How many games will the Jets be underdogs in this season?
EA, I'm going to go 5, maybe 6, but I like the 5 number. I'm a little surprised that they're underdogs in week 1.
Quincy, what game are you most looking forward to and why?
It's got to be the defending Super Bowl champs. You're going against the Kansas City Chiefs, a team that has continued to win championships, has so much talent on the team. I want to see how the Jets fare against them.
Caroline, we got about 90 seconds on the clock. What Jets road game is most challenging?
All right, I know there's a lot of challenging road games this season, but I have to go with Bills away.
Hey, that's my hometown. Ethan, which game late in the season is most likely to be flexed?
For me, it's between the Dolphins and the Patriots, and when you're taking a look at this, I'm going with the Dolphins because there's more intrigue, and I think the Dolphins have more talent.
Leger, please describe the Jets' first 6 games.
It's a gauntlet, man. You got 2 of the Super Bowl quarterbacks from last year, and Jalen Hurts and Patrick Mahomes within the first 6 weeks, and then you open up with Josh Allen. So if the Jets can finish 3-3 or 4-2 after those 6 games, season looks bright.
But Quincy, what happens first? The Jets beat the Patriots in week 3, or they beat the Eagles? The reason why we asked this question, Jets have lost 14 consecutive games against the Patriots. They've never beaten the Eagles.
I think it's going to be the Patriots, right? I think when you look at what happened last year, they swept them. The Jets are going to be hungry to win this year.
Caroline, when should the Jets wear their all-black uniforms?
Now, I love the idea of all black uniforms on the Black Friday game, but I think they should debut them earlier against the reigning Super Bowl champs, Kansas City Chiefs, at home under the lights. I mean, come on, that sounds sick.
Ethan, which Jets opponent is most underrated?
I'm between the Browns and the Broncos, and I'm going with Denver because they have a fantastic defense. If Sean Payton helps that offense out, watch out.
Leger, what's the Jets' easiest 3-game stretch?
To me, it comes down to that Miami Dolphins game they played the first time on Black Friday, then the Texans and the Falcons. I think that's the easiest stretch for the Jets.
Quincy, best road environment the Jets will encounter?
I guess I'm going to go with the Browns.
All right, that's the horn. Coming up, it's time to explore the NFL world. We'll have a GeoGuessr deliver the Jets schedule in 2023. Now for the moment you've all been waiting for. It's prediction time, and we're going to do this quick. Jets-Bills, week 1, Q.
I got to go with the Jets on this one.
Dudes, week 2, Jets in Dallas.
Taking the Jets on the road, they've won the last 3 versus the Cowboys, and Aaron Rodgers has had success against the Cowboys.
Green and white back home, week 3 against the Patriots, Q.
Jets are hungry after being swept last year. They're going to want to get this win.
Dudes, it's a matchup we've all been waiting for. Aaron Rodgers versus Patrick Mahomes. Jets-Chiefs, week 4.
Yeah, I believe the Chiefs will be a little bit too much. I believe the Jets get their first loss here.
How about the following week on the road in the Mountain West against the Broncos?
Mile High. It's going to be a tough test. I'm iffy, but I want to go with Jets dub here.
No, okay, and then the final game before the bye, Eagles at home, Deuce.
The Jets end the streak and finally get a win versus the Philadelphia Eagles.
After the bye, Q, Jets have an away game against the Giants.
Yeah, that's going to be a win. It's going to be green in MetLife.
Jets and the Bolts, Monday Night Football.
Tough, man. Chargers play well on the road. I'm taking Justin Herbert and the Chargers to win versus the Jets.
Jets staying in primetime the following week. Sin City, Jets Raiders.
Primetime in Vegas. The Raiders are a little bit better this year, but I'm taking the Jets dub.
Jets at the Bills here in Orchard Park, Deuce.
I like the Jets on the road. Should have won there last year. I think they take care of business this time on the road.
Jets versus Miami. First ever Black Friday game.
Black Friday at home. I really want to say Jets dub, but I'm going to have to go with the Dolphins winning this one.
All right, we're giving the Jets wins against Atlanta and also Houston. How about that return matchup against the Dolphins, Deuce?
Yeah, going down to South Florida, it's going to be tough late in the year. It's humid. I like the Miami Dolphins to pull off that win versus the Jets.
All right, we're going to give the Jets a win over Washington. How about that Thursday night game against Cleveland?
This one might be hard. The Jets won probably last year, so I think they might lose this one.
And the Jets wrap up the season in New England, Deuce.
Yeah, this might be a big game for playoff implications. It's tough in New England, but I like the Jets to pull off the Week 18 win versus the Patriots.
All right, we'll have to see if this all comes true. A 12-5 mark, I think the Jets would take that tonight. That's all we have time for tonight, but as we part, here's a very unique look at the Jets' 2023 schedule.
Guessing the location of the Jets' 2023 opponents in 0.1 seconds, so I can only see half the image, and it's black and white. Ooh, that's just gonna be Buffalo, surely. Nice, we'll take it. That's just a concrete slab. I'm going Texas makes sense. Okay, it was nice. Ooh, that's Boston. Nice. That's gonna be Kansas City. Highway. Okay, we'll take that. That's just gonna be Denver. Northwest Road, or East-West Road. Nice. Just the Broncos, we'll take that. That should be Cleveland. Ooh, wait, no, that makes more sense for Philadelphia. Nice. That's just Puerto Rico. What? It must be like a bye week or something. That's just New York. Pretty easy. Skyline Southish. I'll go somewhere up here. Nice, we'll take that. That's just... Is it the 110? Probably. It's going north-south, so that would make sense. It was nice. It's Vegas. It's like Northwest-Southwest Road. Miami with water south. This is doable. It's like directly south though, which is the problem here. Give me a second, I'm gonna find this. Something like this makes sense, I guess. Let's see. Oh my god. There's a building. Is that Atlanta? Nice. Just Falcons will take it. Ooh, that felt like a Houston road with a highway south on a bridge. Sure. I like Philadelphia a lot, or Washington DC actually makes a lot of sense. North-South road. It was DC, we'll take it. Wait, that's should be Cleveland. North-South road, sure. One more north, but we'll take that.